This would be a good opening screen for my little movie. We're now entering Death Valley National Park, lowest point in the United States, and the hottest point for temp ever recorded. I said 115. I stand corrected. It's definitely 118. Just went and tried to use the bathroom over there. Walked in on a guy, so you could say it's going pretty good so far.
Extreme heat danger. Stop walking after 10 a.m.
All right, so we should probably crawl the rest of the way. Weston has cooked his camera.
He didn't toast it.
Throw it in the water here. Cool it down. Jacob's driving us up to Horseshoe Meadows here right now, and it's pretty exposed driving here. There's not much room for error, and his knuckles are about as white as snow. Well, I just woke up after night one. I don't think I've ever felt this tired my whole life. Yeah, but here I am, continuing with this storyboard, so you know that I woke up. Because if I just didn't shoot me waking up, you'd think I'd never have gone to bed.
We woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, Central Time, flew to Las Vegas. Then we did a little bit of shopping, got all the things we forgot, and then still forgot some things. Drove up to Pahrump. Drove through Death Valley. We went to Badwater Basin. The lowest point. Also, hottest place on earth. It was 120 degrees. We went through so many mountains. The blue laser almost died. And then we had some supper. And then we went up the sketchiest road I've ever driven on.
Yeah, that was.
And then last night we camped right here.
So there was a 7.1 earthquake last night when we were up in the mountains here. It was just crazy. Trees falling everywhere. No, we couldn't feel it at all. But apparently you could feel it in Las Vegas and Los Angeles. But
we're right in the middle of that.
Not in the middle where it was. We're done with the ranger station. We're headed up to Onion Valley to do, you remember what it's called?
No.
Gonna brush my teeth, try to be presentable. I think we're just about ready, and we'll try to find the way there. We're supposed to do a backpacking in Horseshoe Meadows. Apparently all the permits are filled and it's just very busy there. Adjust, adapt, overcome. Is that how it goes, Jacob?
Yes. Your surge pass.
There's our sign. Packs are feeling heavier than we wanted. That sounds about right. Off we go. It's looking beautiful. We've been going for about probably about half hour now. We're hiking in about 5-6 miles. Hike back out tomorrow morning. Just making sure our packs are okay for Mount Whitney on Monday. So we're on the snowfields here without micro spikes. A little slick, but we're making her. Just arrived to Heart Lake, aptly named, shaped like a heart.
We made it to 11,400 feet. We're just above Big Pothole Lake out of the Onion Valley trailhead. We were planning on camping here tonight, but got up here and realized that it's pretty steep and the lake is pretty much frozen right over. And we want to be able to get some water tonight. So we're gonna head back down to a thawed out lake, maybe a little bit easier to get to.
There he goes. just went swimming down in that glacial lake. It's about, I don't know, no more than 40 degrees. So we're boiling. MSR Pocket Rocket is not loving the altitude. We got my tuna and couscous all mixed up together. I swear it tastes better than it looks.
The thing is we're like...
You're seeing this right. It is 6:15 and we're about to get into bed. We're gonna see if we can fall asleep in this darkness here, so see how it goes. Well, it is 6:15, which means that I was laying in bed for 15 minutes shy of 12 hours. And I don't feel like I slept any of it, considering it was bright out for the first 3 hours of the sleep. And we're done at Kearsarge Pass. Well, we aren't there, but near it. It is currently 7:40, and we're gonna head down, get in the car, go pick up some Mount Whitney permits. Did up to Whitney Portal for the night, and there she is. And a couple days, so we'll be on top of that. Alright, well, we just got some stuff sorted here. Got our campsite 23. They spelled our last name wrong here, so we had to come out a little bit for a little bit of service, and we're going to go back in and set up camp. So we're working on packing food right now. We got 2 breakfast, 3 lunch, 2 dinners. It's kind of hard to pack for. And then our infamous wag bags that we'll be so glad to use. Socks.
2 pairs of socks.
Socks plus water equal clean socks. Just finishing up our little sock wash here. The water is absolutely freezing. It's just like was snow probably a couple days ago. We're lightening our packs, and Weston, show your proud brother what you just did. He's ultra light now. So we're just kind of hanging out. We already ate. We're just killing time until we decide to go to bed. It's 6:40 right now. And so yeah, we're just kind of waiting around, trying to talk someone into playing cribbage with me, and then we'll see what happens. So Jacob has never played cribbage before. However, he's managed to get a 21-point hand and is just crushing me. Well, it's time. Today we begin our ascent of Mount Whitney, which is over there somewhere. Sprung a leak. We're bleeding out the nose, but that's not going to stop me from making breakfast. So Wes, what do you got?
29 pounds with water.
What? I better give you more of the tent. Let's see what we're at.
What's true at?
Well, the
29
same.
pounds.
29 pounds.
Oh no, she's not lying. That's with water.
With water. Oh, yeah.
Without water, 30.
Sitting at the trailhead, the portal here. We're going up with ice axes, and for traction, we're doing micro spikes. People are still using crampons. Jacob here doesn't have crampons, so we're all going up with the same gear so that if we need to turn around, we're all sitting the same way. We're just starting off. It is currently 7:45. Haven't seen anyone on the trail yet. Started heading up the switchbacks. We can see Mount Whitney right now, and we got a long ways to go, that's for sure. believe we found our stream crossing.
One of them.
It looks like you could almost get across on the rocks. Over there, it's a bit sketchier though. We just crossed that stream bare feet and it is freezing cold. Jacob is a much more dedicated videographer than me because his camera's still over there. I'm sure you guys have heard of this guy at some point. It's pretty important, especially this forest and park system that we're in. We just ran across some peaks who made it to Outpost Camp and then had some altitude sickness, so I had to turn back. But we should be good because we've spent 2 out of the last 3 nights above that elevation.
Okay. Started at the parking lot.
Yep.
Went up here, crossed the stream, passed the mountaineering route up here. Now we're doing a little bit of switchback action. At that intersection right there will be 3 miles.
Yep.
And then that will be 4 at Outpost. And then we just got to make it about 2.5 more miles, maybe 3 more miles, and we'll be at Trail Camp.
Working on our second stream crossing. We've ran across 5 people now who haven't made it. Altitude, someone hurt their knee, someone lost a phone, but we're gonna get up to the crossing and then take a little break, drink some water, eat a snack. Just about 3 miles in so far, over 10,000 feet. I'm eating some Cliff Blocks. These are delightful. Just rolled up on this magnificent waterfall behind us, and it kind of gets you thinking that things like this, you know, nature has its price for admission. You gotta suffer to get here. These kind of things shouldn't be accessible, and we should keep them wild. We just passed Outpost Camp, which is about our halfway point for the day. So upward and onward, we're all feeling pretty good. There's footprints on top of this ice, but if you can see under there, it's just the ice bridge waiting to collapse. Above Mirror Lake, we're headed up this way, just making sure that this snow right here doesn't got water flowing underneath it. So we're just going to take this rock face up and then meet up with it up there. Got my boot wet. We're at about 11,000 feet, still climbing. About 1,000 feet left to go for the day. I'd say we're all feeling it. Air's feeling pretty thin. That's climbing. So we found that snow bridge. Yeah, it looks like if we'd go over there, we'd fall in and be swept away to our deaths. So this way it looks a lot better. Refueling on some meds here. And this trip is going to be sponsored by ibuprofen and Tylenol. We just talked to a guy who came up the backside and then came down this morning. He said it was great. Some good news, and we should be able to make it happen. There's been a lot of people who haven't been able to make it up. So it's nice to hear some people that have. It's really sunny, so we're taking precaution there.
We gotta go up here and then that way.
We found the traverse. It's up there. You can just barely see it above that rock band. But yeah, it's kind of sketchy. Ice axes will definitely be out for that. It looks even more terrifying now that we're here. We're putting on all traction devices, using our ice axes, say a little prayer. We'll see what happens. Hopefully no one has to self-arrest. You can see there's a couple lines of people self-arresting. So we're gonna actually go on this top one here. So there's a little break in the middle. So I'm going first. Of course not gonna videotape while I do it, but this is what it looks like. I kind of reached the first section of the safe part of this. Yeah, Jacob's behind me. Jacob, you got this, man. Nice and slow. You're doing great.
This is mountaineer stuff right here.
Describe your first potentially fatal traverse. Woo! All right, first traverse done. We're really not sure how many more. It was sketchy. We'll just say that. That adrenaline worn off pretty quick.
We're at about 11,700 feet. We're going to what, 1240, 1250,
1240.
something like that. So we only got 400 feet of elevation. That's like
Nothing. Yeah.
We're closing in on day one's, completion pretty quick. We did some sweet ice axe action.
Probably do a little more up here.
Hopefully we get to do a little bit more. Yeah.
Let's finish this.
Let's get it done.
I believe that is our campsite. Jacob, day one.
Day one.
Weston, day one. And that's day two. Jacob's kind of getting some stuff settled. He's been post holing here and there. We're at 12K feet. Feel pretty winded. Talking isn't all that fun. I'm almost getting my head thinking I'm nauseous. We got some stuff for that. And tent is up. I will say that made me a lot more lightheaded than normal.
Trail camp's good. There's not a lot of vegetation. I feel much better now than I did this morning.
Yeah. We've been soaking our feet in this water. It's probably 33 degrees. I say that because that is snow that is literally melting in it right now. So, yeah.
It's melting, that's the problem.
Yeah, it's not even melting. It's literally just still snow. Taking naps on rocks and gonna cook some food eventually. Tomorrow we'll leave most of our stuff, like the tents and stuff, standing with our sleeping stuff in there. So we'll just make the summit push with just some food and odds and ends. Tomorrow's a 4 mile up, so 2,500 elevation gain roughly. So it'll be a hard day again.
No, we've climbed all the way that we've climbed, and now we're here
And then we're gonna be in the tent for the night.
in the tents. Yeah,
There.
and then
Up
that
there.
way, pointing with
And
the
then
the extra long
we'll go-
Sea to Summit spoon.
we'll go down there.
Not sponsored.
We got up here at 1:30, and it's like 5:30 now. So we've kind of just been sitting here for the past 4 hours, just getting pelted with the sun.
Tried to go in my tent, and it was like 1,000 degrees.
So we laid on rocks and got pelted with the sun there.
Put our hoods up and things over our faces so we wouldn't burn.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting a headache sneaking on, and I just think it's because of the stupid sun. But
Oh, you know what?
what?
30 more minutes, and I can take more ibuprofen.
And the pesky sun has finally left us alone. So the guy just came up to us. He got turned around, so Jacob's headed up to try to get him back on the right way. But we're kind of right around here, and I believe he kind of went down low by this Consultation Lake. There's this winter out here. Well, if you were to get kind of up here and through some snow, it's pretty straightforward. But it's 7 o'clock now, and he's got the whole way down to go. Weston's got a bit of a headache. Yeah, still pretty early, but we're waking up at 3 in the morning, and then hopefully we'll get to the trail crest when the sun is coming up, and then we got 2 miles after that to the summit. There's no way I could actually show you guys this, but me and Jacob are sitting out on this rock. It's like 3:15 right now, just looking at the stars. It's insane. The clearest sky I think I've ever seen. Milky Way just right above us. We're getting breakfast going. It's about 3:30ish. And then we'll start making our way up the mountain. Weston's got a little bit of a headache. I'm feeling a little bit nauseous. Jacob, any feelings from you?
A little headache. Not too bad.
A little headache from Jacob.
Coffee's gonna take it away.
And we're off. It's 4:40. Fighting off a little bit of nauseousness. Might be due to nerves. We're still making our way up these quote-unquote switchbacks. They end up turning into ice and snow, so we just have to go over them. A lot faster, a lot harder too. I'm not really feeling nauseous anymore, just short of breath. Par for the course. We're on the infamous 99 switchbacks right now, and then there's one part up here called the cables, that is probably the sketchiest thing we'll see today. I'm up on the cables, just trying to give you guys a look at what this looks like. Yesterday, this must have been super slushy, but it's just hard now. Here we are at the infamous cables. I know people were going under because this was so icy. It looks okay to me though. Put on the micro spikes just to be safe, but it looks okay. Oh, you alright, Jacob? Whew. Oh, I got it. Alright. Oh. Yes, you scared me after death. Okay, this looks sketchy, but that looks worse, guys. Go nice and slow, Wes. You alright? You didn't hit anything? Okay.
I was pretty controlled down. I hit my
Good.
ice axe and then
Is this solid right there?
It's kind of
Ish.
solid.
just too slow. Yeah.
I don't know. Because I didn't feel anything after the fall. And then I think I just like slipped a little bit on that ice.
I was gonna say, it looks like your knee slipped when you grabbed.
Yeah.
Your foot slipped.
Yeah.
Well, Jacob's knees bothering him, so we just braced it, taking a couple Tylenol. We'll just take it easy. Whipping out the trekking poles, get some weight off the knees. I'm thinking we'll hit the ridge line or trail crest in about 45 minutes, I would guess. I'd say we're nearing 13,000 feet. Still fighting off nausea here and there, especially when I mention it. But what can you do? It's a little icy. Steepest traverse yet. What time is it, boys?
Block clock.
Here's my section of the traverse. They're working on theirs. Consultation Lake. Definitely using an ice axe on the way back because that's going to get soft and sketchy. There's Whitney over there in the distance, the very far one. So we just came across this traverse here, and it did not disappoint. And this is Trail Crest. So we're looking at Sequoia National Park and Kings Canyon National Park. There is Guitar Lake. That's Mount Whitney, 2 miles away. Last night, those people that came up and got turned around, Jacob and I had ended up walking them like 3/4 mile down the trail, getting them on the right way. I gave him my map, and then we saw a day hiker earlier this morning, probably around 3, 4, and he had gotten in touch with their friends at the trailhead. They had still not come down. We just ran into the day hiker again. He got cell phone service at the top, so he called the friends, and apparently the friends got a hold of them, so they're still okay, but they still haven't found their way down yet. Backside of the trail crest, and it is a bit of a false hope because we still have like over a mile left to go. Biking up for one last push to the summit. Snowfield and a scramble to the top. This is the tallest spot in America, excluding Alaska. Almost brings a tear to your eye. Okay, well, we're on the way down, which means we're halfway done. That's kind of the thing about climbing that sucks. There's a lot left once you hit the peak, so they say more accidents happen on the way down, so I'm just gonna watch out for one another. But usually the climbing's a lot easier. My socks are wet and I'm getting blisters, and this G right here just hooked me up with a fresh pair. Someone Venmo him $3,000, please.
Yes.
I left the other two behind because they were being slow. So we're gonna go down the switchbacks and try to go Sade on a little smaller thing. Because this is, I mean,
That's the chute.
you can't tell, but it's insane. You would pick up so much
It looks
speed.
like death on a hill.
It looks like death on a hill. Yeah. We're on the way down via the switchbacks. I haven't shown much because it's about the same as coming up. So they have elected that we're going to go down here. You're cruising.
Cruising.
You're going. Keep.
I'm gonna make a such a sick slide for you guys.
Thank you.
Right? That's what we're hoping on. I'm trying.
Don't lose speed now. So we're at trail camp, packed up. Somehow our bags are way bigger than I remember, and we're gonna head down to Lone Pine Lake and then camp there for the night. One last go at being real mountaineers, and then it's just kind of hiking from here on out.
I haven't seen a tree in probably a mile of elevation.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No.
We're gonna be passing Outpost Camp. We're staying at Lone Pine Lake tonight. So we have a bit of a change of plans. We had just gotten to Lone Pine Lake, about to jump in the water, and then suddenly, over the tree line, I see the people that we had given directions to last night were still out there lost. We had figured that they had been helped at this time. Instead of camping, we were gonna give them directions, but we just decided to hike down with them. So now we have just left the Whitney portal, and then we're headed into town to maybe find a hotel or a cheap campsite and get a burger. That sounds really good. Today was roughly a 15-mile day. That's how it goes sometimes. We stayed in a Comfort Inn last night. Didn't record anything because there's really nothing fun about the Comfort Inn. Just got back in the car and it smells like stinky socks. Gonna go to the ranger station and ask for maybe a campsite recommendation because we're pretty sore this morning. Don't really feel like climbing any other mountains today. So
Cottonwood Lakes Trail
Cottonwood Lakes Trail
to Golden Trout Camp Trail to Cottonwood Creek Trail,
The Weak Man Loop.
back to Cottonwoods Lake Trail.
So you could say it really rolls off the tongue. All right. Getting some food packed up for our afternoon. My bag here fitting perfectly in the bear can. I'm gonna go 3 intersections and then turn around. We probably look way less cool because we have no axes. But we still are really cool. Jacob's going back because he forgot his trekking pole, so he's putting on extra miles today. In Weston here, we're keeping her easy, right, boy?
Faded.
So here we are, hiking back behind Horseshoe Meadows. Pretty easy hike. Kind of giving me some time to slow down and shoot some stuff. Just ran into this Golden Trout Camp, which is like this non-profit horse camp. That's probably where the horses have been coming from that we've seen a couple times today. We're getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. There's 3 of them just there. This is the first time we've seen bugs on the trip, so I guess I can't complain too much, but jeez. Yeah. Weston's fighting the bugs. I think we missed our turn off. I don't think a lot of the trails out here are maintained all that well. So yeah, so you could say we're lost. We'll probably be lost and I don't know if we'll make it out, so this is to our family. Oh, and also there are grizzly bears. I'm so sick of beef jerky. So I don't know if I told you guys about this last night. I went out to eat at Bonanza Family Restaurant. It was a Mexican place. Food was delightful. We got done, left, went to the convenience store just across the street, checking stuff out. Then the waiter brought us our chapstick that we had left. Go check out the Bonanza Family Restaurant if you're ever in Lone Pine. You'll never lose a chapstick. So we made it back to camp here. And me and Weston were just laughing about how So what day is now? Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So for the past however many days, 6 days, Jacob has been whistling 1,000 years by whatever her name is. We sprung yet another leak. Just coming back from getting some cell service, trying to shoot out some texts. And I just caught this young man taking some glamour shots at the blue laser. Look at it, he's still going, no shame. So we got the hubba hubba and stargazing mode, and we're just hoping that it doesn't rain tonight. We're just really hoping it doesn't rain tonight.
Did you hear me throw it in when that one guy was walking past?
I did.
What are you having tonight, Wes?
Pasta primavera.
Pasta primavera. This sounds like the spear hiking trail. I remember you having that. I am having chicken and dumpling.
Fried rice.
Fried rice.
Fried rice soup.
There it is. I had that one the other night and felt like it was
Very okay.
very okay. I would say fried rice is the celery of Mountain House.
14 ounces is the perfect amount of water.
Okay.
Because it's thick.
What's your take on chicken fried rice?
It's pretty gross.
Pretty gross. What would you rate on a scale of 0 to 14?
3.
We're just kind of enjoying our last night at Horseshoe Meadows, having a little bit of fire, eating food that we got extras of, and tomorrow we'll head down, return our bear cans, and then we're gonna drive back to Vegas tomorrow. So then get our flight home the day after. Almost 9:20. We're trying to get some nighttime photography shots done. We're headed back down from Horseshoe Meadows to drop off a couple beer cans to Elevation. And then we're just kind of driving to Vegas. We're going to eat some food there, and then we're going to fly home. So I'd say this is probably an appropriate end of the video. Thanks for tuning in.